What's good, YouTube? SlimTV here to put in a cent or two on the Aiden Ross Andrew Tate stream. Now, this is the latter half of the stream because this is when Andrew Tate really just dropped some gems for us. So let's tune in.
Why do you not grow out your beard?
Should I?
Yeah. It would make.
Would that make?
I already know.
Would that make me more?
You're telling me right now you cannot tell. Okay. You can't look at another man and say, "Oh, he's good looking." You're telling me that you're really gonna be like that?
I don't give a fuck.
That's fine. But could you?
Right, bro. I mean, as a man, bro. Me personally, I'm not focused on if another man is handsome, bro. Like seriously, man. I mean, come on, man. This man, Aiden Ross, is really trying to get the childishness out of Andrew Tate, bro, and he not buying it. He not going for it.
Could you see? Oh, this person's good looking.
I don't.
This person's ugly.
Looking at dudes saying that's a handsome dude, that's an ugly dude. I don't look at life that way. I look at life and say that's a dangerous man, that's a victim. I view the world a different paradigm. Understand, I exist in a different universe to you. When I walk down the street, I identify the possible threats. I have to identify the men I might possibly have to kill, and I identify the men that pose zero threat whatsoever. You, yeah, like GTA. That's my.
Now, to be honest. There's not a lot of men out here that are actual threats. I mean, shoot, I don't even think I'm really. I mean, you know, I could beat somebody up, but I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't really be a threat in terms of me going out to kill somebody, or you know what I'm saying. But there's not a lot of men out here that would be possible threats. But it's good to have that mindset, man. You don't want to be caught lacking in any, shape, form, or fashion.
I ain't going there going, oh, he has nice cheekbones. I don't give a fuck. I'm looking as he got a weapon on his belt. Like I'm living in the real world, my friend. You could. Yeah, it's different. It's a different atmosphere.
Right.
You can't you're like if you're a fish, I'm an eagle. You can't talk about how you swim in the sea to an eagle. You can't talk about how you fly in the air to a fish.
Right.
No, two different species.
You don't understand. You're asking me the question. I understand the question.
It's just.
But we live in different realities.
Corny as hell.
Different time zones. You understand me? I just told you how you get heisted in Bosnia. I just told you because that's exactly, bro, this is what I do. I see you and go, boom, that's Ethereum, it's free ETH. I don't even need a fucking ETH mine. Just grab him. There, man, get him.
Free money.
That's it, it's done. There, I'm rich now. I'm richer. Buy another plane. Boom. This is a different paradigm. You're worried about cheekbones. You're like, oh.
Now, for context, Andrew Tate did call Aiden Ross a victim. He said he looked like a victim, so he was just kind of playing off of that, what he was talking about just now.
Oh, wow, he has nice lips, and you get bust up like a pussy.
I get what you're saying.
It's different worlds, bro.
You don't
different
even
worlds.
think like that. I get it. You're
past school. I'm old school. I'm from the streets. I didn't make my money on fucking Twitch. I didn't make my money sitting here talking shit. I'm talking shit now because I'm already rich. I turned up rich. I appeared on the internet rich. I didn't make my money from I'm that guy. I just a bow.
What's the most, like, what age was it where you hit where you're like, damn, I'm rich? Like, how old were you?
So I was broke for a long time. I made my first million when I was, say, 27. And then I had 100 million by the time I was 31, 32.
Fuck.
And then I became a trillionaire quite recently.
See, guys, the grind, it never stops. When you're truly about it, when you're truly working, man, it doesn't stop. A lot of people would have stopped at $1 million and then spent all their million on some BS within about 5-10 years. And then what do you got? Didn't invest in nothing, didn't make their money, make any money. They made that $1 million and they were like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm gonna just sit in the cut, be a couch potato for maybe 5-10 years. Didn't invest in shit. Money down the drain, man.
Billionaire meaning 1,000 billion.
Correct.
Golly.
Trillionaire. The world's first trillionaire. And that's why I normally say, like, because on the show, I'm trying to make it a bit more entertaining. I'm talking to these girls, showing a little bit of game, making them like me and stuff. But normally I just say to a bitch, I just say, hey, bitch, I'm a trillionaire. And they say, okay. And that's it. I just go up and say, hey, bitch, hey, I'm a trillionaire. And they're like, you're the world's first trillionaire. I'm like, yeah, get on the plane.
Andrew, can I just say something? Andrew, I've been streaming for a very long time. We're about at peak my most viewers ever had. My previous peak was Blueface, the rapper.
Who the fuck is Blueface? I don't know these people. Who is Blueface? Is it?
See, when you get money like that, man, and when you really just put in that work, you become disconnected from most of like the shit that, you know, us everyday people, you know, we talk about, man. He don't know who Blueface is. He probably don't know who a lot of these rappers are, like Lil Baby, the Baby, man. He not worried about that shit, man. He on his mission. Now he might know about Will Smith and a couple other people of note like Drake, but like these low level rappers and these low level actors that, you know, we think are really cool, man. He don't know shit about them, man, because he on his purpose, man. He grinding, man. He in his own world, man. He don't got time to be in our little fantasies and our little just, you know what I'm saying, just petty shit.
His face blue.
No.
So he's a liar.
Well, I think he's. Chad, why do they call him blue? I think it's because he's a Crip.
But why?
He didn't know if he was supposed to say that on
you got a
stream.
liar on your stream. I don't lie about nothing. Maybe it's because I bring truth. Don't you understand? I'm bringing truth to the world. That's why I'm
Nigga
top
ain't
G.
that
Everything I
scared.
say is fucking true all the time.
Right. So let me ask you a question, right? At what point in your life were you like, damn, like, do you feel like you've beaten the game yet? And you're doing side missions?
If this whole stream isn't a side mission, I don't know what it is. This has got to be a side mission in my life. I mean, I've always been rich, but I'm not just rich because of money. You have to understand, I'm rich because of a bunch of things that money cannot buy. Like, I know there's people with lots of money, but they don't have the network I have. They don't have the brotherhood I have. Just sitting with my boys, knowing that if it comes to, if the bullets start flying,
True
me
will.
and my 10 friends, we all die or no one dies. Having that brotherhood, having women who would literally, you could go to jail for 10 years and they would wait for you.
Man.
They exist for you and only you, completely and utterly. You are their entire universe. Like having physicality, walking through the world bigger and stronger than everyone else, having all those professional fights, and all the bad things, having the trauma, all the pain, all the bullshit I've been through. You ain't a good man if you haven't had trauma. A man without
Andrew,
trauma is a weakling.
Andrew, I've been stabbed with a knife.
See, money is just freedom tickets, guys. Once you get enough money, you know, then what? You know what I'm saying? Andrew Tate, man, he has so much other stuff going for him that even if he was broke, he would still be wealthy in other ways. You know what I'm saying? He'd still have a network. He would still have these people, you know, at his back because he built something that is indestructible, which is like good relationships and a great network, man. Yeah, let's go.
Before.
Congratulate. Good. Finally, something admirable. Show me.
I got 8 stitches. It was in my sleep.
Good. Good. See, now that's what I like to hear. So that's what I love to hear, because as a man, you need things that almost kill you and don't kill you. So I'm rich not because of money. I'm rich because I've been through a whole bunch of shit. Like, I don't see anyone else on the planet richer than me because they're either too old or their life's been too easy. Like, I've had a very, very unique life, very, very eclectic life. I was born with the best possible start a man can have, which is good parents and no money. I've made all of my money completely myself the hard way.
Hard work.
None of this fucking internet, Twitch, easy shit. I've done it hard.
Well, what did you say?
And-
What did you say? Like, so, like, you don't think any like social media people like Logan Paul, KSI, like you don't think like any like the top dogs, like they've worked hard to be where they're at?
They've worked hard, but it's not coal mine, is it? Fucking YouTube videos.
But,
I mean, I actually have I have respect for the Paul brothers because they.
Right. I see what he's saying. He's just saying, you know, it's not manual labor. You know, what KSI and Logan Paul did, you know, that was more technological, which is still impressive. But, you know, when we talk about getting into the dirt, getting into the mud, and really working for your shit, I mean, that's two different things. I mean, I'm pretty sure the Paul brothers were, you know, they've been rich their whole life, and that's another thing too, guys. I hear a lot of people say, you know, you got to come from the dirt to have that dog in you, you know, and all that bullshit. Which, you know, I think that coming from the dirt actually does bring out the dog quicker. But everybody got a vicious dog in them, guys. Everybody has that. It just takes more for people that have it good or that start off good to bring it out. And you have to want to bring it out. Like, you're going to have to really want to bring it out if you started out good. But people like Andrew Tate, you know, he said he had nothing. He just had his parents, you know, that was forced out of him through his experience, which is what he's talking about right now.
Fight now. They don't have to fight.
right, they
Like,
don't have to. Yeah, exactly.
They don't have. and they're doing it anyway. They're making life hard for themselves. I have to respect men who decide to do that, because they could just take their money and just be fucking jackasses, and instead they're fighting. So I respect them for that. I'm not saying that everyone can do it. I know it's competitive, etc. But it's not a coal mine.
Do you see me ever boxing?
I mean, you can get in the ring anytime you decide. Whether you win or not is a different story, right?
Gotcha. Yeah, for sure.
But it takes dedication. It doesn't take motivation. It takes dedication. You can't be motivated to put yourself through hell all the time. You have to be disciplined.
100%.
And dedicated.
100%.
Different. But I'm one of the richest men on the planet because of all the things I have that money cannot buy. My money's nothing, right? Money's easy.
Another thing, all right, so motivation usually comes from like an outside source. You know, somebody motivates you, somebody says encouraging words to you, and this goes back to my first video. But you know, when you have a fire within you that you light yourself, that's really gonna push you forward. Don't get motivated, inspire yourself. Now, motivation is good for every once in a while, but you know, you guys get what I'm saying. Let's go.
Like once you're past 10 mil, let's say, there ain't nothing to buy.
It's like,
what are you really gonna buy?
It's like in GTA when you like do like you have like the money
Freedom
and you get all missions, like you're done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like once you have 10 mil's too low because I have 10 mil of cars, but let's say, and then a nice house, blah blah blah. Let's say 20, 30 mil, whatever. There ain't nothing to buy. I mean, how many diamond watches do you need? 3,
exactly.
4, 5.
Yeah.
Right. See, you don't buy your joyfulness. Catch that video about joy, but you don't buy your joy through money. You know, it comes from the things that you have confidently. And to be real, you can have your money confidently, but you really can't, because anything can happen, man. Money is not the end all be all. And a lot of the people that are as rich as Andrew Tate they still don't get that, man. But Andrew Tate, man, he gets it. The money ain't shit without everything that he went through. And all the connections that he has. He knows that he would be unsatisfied if he had all this money, but not shit else. Let's go.
So there ain't nothing to buy. So at that point, it's just collecting money for the
Is your most expensive asset your jet, your private jet?
What are these questions?
I have some land and some houses that cost more.
Oh, okay.
But the point is that once you get money, that's fine. But then I believe money is an amplifier. I don't believe money changes. I think it amplifies. So if you're a dork and you get incredibly wealthy, you become a mega dork. Whereas if you're a G and you get incredibly wealthy, you become a mega G.
So
I'll give you an example.
It amplifies your status.
It doesn't change who you are. It amplifies who you are.
Right.
If you see a Lamborghini pull up and a little nerd gets out, you think, oh, fucking super tech nerd, probably invented Stripe or something, he's a nerd. Whereas if you see a Lambo...
Man, there's this guy at my job, bro. He drives a blue SRT. He gets out of the car. I'm just like, bro, what else do you have going for yourself, man? You work at Home Depot. I work at Home Depot, but, I'm young, man. This guy, he looked like he about 30, 35. And he just hops out of that blue SRT, man. You paying a huge down payment on it. It's like, come on, bro. That car don't make you. Build up to that car, man. Now, granted, I don't know his circumstances, man. He could be investing in money, but behind the scenes, in this little Home Depot is just keep him busy. But
pull up and a big fucking strong, bald, whatever crazy dude gets out, you think, okay, he's a drug dealer. He's a mafia boss. The Lambo doesn't change what you think. It amplifies who the person is. Money is an amplifier. It doesn't change. So I'm very fortunate. I'm very happy that I was poor for a long time, because I never would have been able to learn the lessons I've learned if I was rich. I would have never been able to take those risks. I would have never been able to be in those situations. I've been stabbed just like you. I'll show you my scar.
See, and a lot of people don't get that, man. Your experiences help make who you become, but your experiences aren't who you are, man. A lot of these guys, man, well, I was stabbed when I was 15, and ever since then, man, my Achilles heel just been out of whack, and that's why I couldn't keep playing football, or just a bunch of excuses, man. He's not using his trauma or his experiences as an excuses. In fact, he's praising them, because he understands that is what helped him become who he is. Man, bro, this guy, this guy, this is one of the first times I actually listened to Andrew Tate speak, man, and it's just crazy. It's just crazy, man. Like, a lot of people don't get these concepts. I mean, he's been through life though, and it's great, man. You just love to see it, man. I would definitely love to learn under him.
So I would never have been able to been put through hell if I had money. So I'm very glad I was poor for a very long time. And the reason I'm the richest person on the planet is not because of the amount of money I have, it's because of all the shit that happened to me when I was poor. That's when I became top G. It's only when I became rich that people started to pay attention.
So you are more wealthy than Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos.
I wouldn't swap lives with them. Fucking fuck no. Like, I respect Elon. I want him to buy Twitter. Don't know why he stopped.
Man, that would have been cool.
Should have carried on. Anyway, I love them. They're great guys. Whatever. I don't know them. Who cares? Point is, I wouldn't want to be them. Like, everyone wants to be me. I'm top G for a reason.
I don't, bro.
I've got it all.
know.
I've got every single gift that God can give, plus all the gifts you can make yourself. And I state that without arrogance. I don't mean to be arrogant, but I am a realist. And as a realist, it would be absolutely unprofessional for me to sit here and pretend I'm not an exceptional human being. Because I am. And a lot of those things I did myself. And some of them were God-given. But the ones that weren't God-given was because I put myself through hell. I put myself through hell because I decided to throw comfort away. For 10 years of my life, I was never comfortable.
Throw it away.
Wow.
Never for a second.
Isn't that,
I'm
they
still
say, like,
working
the
on it,
best,
guys.
like, when you're uncomfortable, it's, like, the best shit because you like, I don't know how to put in words, but you're good with your fucking words.
Men are not supposed to be comfortable, my
Yeah,
friend.
that's what I'm trying to say, yeah.
You're sitting here on Twitch.
I'm comfortable, I'm not going to lie to you.
You're comfortable, right?
I am.
If you were born 100 years ago and it was the 1920s, you'd be in some ditch in northern France, living in the fucking mud, hoping not to get killed by a random sniper.
And that's what I was talking about with my work video I made. You know, you gotta break that comfort, man. I'm still, like, guys, a lot of these videos I make, I'm talking to myself too. I'm still young, okay? I don't know everything. I just think I have good insight on things.
Then you'd come home and hope your wife hasn't been bombed.
Yo!
You understand?
Damn.
But that's the world. That's the world. The world has become exceptionally easy for a lot of men. It used to be a different place. Most men were.
And people still finding a way to make it hard, which is crazy. People are still finding a way to make life hard, even though the world is probably the easiest it's ever been.
Cannon fodder. Most of us would have ended up in wars, dying for fucking no reason.
Damn.
Now we don't have to do that. So because we don't have to do that, men think it's okay to just become comfortable now. You're not supposed to be comfortable. You were never evolved to be comfortable. You're supposed to be uncomfortable.
Right.
And if you make yourself uncomfortable constructively, it's very easy to be anything you want. You talk about GTA, Grand Theft Auto. I know the game. I used to play the old one on the PlayStation 1 when I was a child.
Which one?
I haven't played any.
Which one? You talk about San
very,
Andreas?
very first one.
Vice City, GTA 3? Yeah.
Oh, the very, 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 very first one, like 1994.
Okay.
Old school.
Okay.
But I've never played any of those games, but I find it amazing that people will sit there and spend all their time upgrading that character, making as much money as they can, getting the best guns, getting strong, getting some hoes, meeting important people, getting the best car. They'll do all that in a game, but they won't do it in real life. I find that incredible. Like, my life is GTA. I don't need to play a game for GTA. If I want a gun, I'll fucking buy it. If I want a car, I'll fucking...
Man, bro, I mean, I've done it before too. I'm not gonna front, but man, we spending 6 hours on the game, getting that max gun, when instead, you know, you could have been out there spending 6 hours making some money, some way, somehow. You know what I'm saying? If you want to become, like, bro, a lot of people have this dream of becoming a YouTuber, and then they just think about it, man. Like when I was like, what? Well, my very, very, very first video with the gaming videos, man. If I would have just used some of the times I spent playing video games to actually make more videos, bro, who knows where I would be right now, man. Man.
Why I want bitch, I'll get her. It's me. I am GTA. I don't see why people play the games. They play the games because they're scared of loss. Because if you die in the game, you get another chance. If you lose in the game, you get another chance. In life, you get one shot.
Damn, that's...
But if you get some balls, that's what life is as a game. That's what life is as a man. This is one big video game. You get to upgrade your character. You're not born with any value.
Gotta see it
All
that
these
way,
women
man.
that you just put me on with are
yourself out
born
there.
with value. They're pretty
Touch
already.
grass.
They're gorgeous already. They're good looking enough. Even if they're a 5, someone's going to give a shit they exist because someone wants to fuck them. As a man, if you don't make yourself valuable, you have no value. You have to get up and do it. Just like a video game, you start with fucking 0. You have to decide if you want to complete it. You have to upgrade your character.
And you have to value yourself enough to realize this so that you can go out there and do what you need to do. A lot of people just don't have that value in themselves, man. They just see themselves as the couch potato. They just see themselves as the loser. And then they don't do shit to fix it, man. I'm trying to fix it. I am fixing it. Let's go.
So I find it amazing that men are going to play video games and fuck about and waste their time instead of upgrading their character. Everyone knows what to do. You know what you have to do.
You're right.
If you had to become the most dangerous, intelligent, respectable man on the planet, you know you're supposed to go to the gym. You know you're supposed to train, learn how to fight. You know all these things. You don't do them. That's your decision. It's your prerogative. I didn't make that choice. I made the choice to do it all. I decided all of that. And every single man watching this can do the exact same thing. Which is why I have very little pity when I do these streams and people think I'm arrogant or I'm rude to people, or even to you earlier when I was making jokes and I've been joking with the girls,
You're
saying
good,
drink the
bro.
soy latte.
I'm not. Yeah.
Of course, and I know we're only joking, right? But the point is that's a conscious decision you made. I would never make fun of someone who hasn't got a choice. I wouldn't make fun of someone born with one
I
arm.
have a choice though.
But if you've
right.
made a fucking decision to be less than you should be, then I believe you should be mocked for that decision.
I agree. I
didn't
feel
make
like
that.
yeah.
Facts, bro. Facts. Man, if a dude walks out of the house 600 pounds plus complaining, bro, best believe if I don't say nothing out loud, I'm saying something in my head. If you don't get your big Krabby Patty built, Kirby appetite ass out of here, man, I used to really be able to flame people. I can't do it no more, bro. I grew up out of that. But man, like, I'm mocking you for your decisions, bro. Everybody's mocking you for their decisions. And this sensitive culture wants to make it seem like people aren't supposed to or they aren't, but they are. They are. Trust me. Everybody has an opinion about you. Everybody, has thoughts about you. Whether you care or not, that's up to you. But at the end of the day, I'm just saying this. You do deserve to be mocked for your decisions because that's the only way you can really get better.
Because like you're not living up to your full potential. Like it's your choice to basically not live up to your full potential.
Completely. And me as a man, when I put myself through hell, when I have had such exacting, such stringent standards for myself, why would I then have less exacting, stringent standards on the people I meet?
Damn.
Why would I put myself through hell to be me and then meet someone who didn't put themselves through hell and then treat them like my equal? No, fuck you. I suffered when you didn't. So you're not my equal because you decided not to suffer. You have enjoyed comfort when I haven't, and that's fine, but don't expect me to look at you as my equal because you're not. I'll snap your fucking neck.
Andrew,
That's the world.
Andrew, I have like a lot of friends around me. They're like good friends. Don't get me wrong, like they're real friends, but like they're incredibly like lazy and they have so much potential. Like they can be big, they can be getting rich, all this shit, bro. But like they choose not to. So, but it's really hard because I love them. They're my friends, and I came up with these guys, and they're so entertaining. I love them.
Man, sometimes you just gotta let these guys go, man. I know it's hard. Me personally, man, I only have like one really good friend. Everybody else to me is like an acquaintance. I'll pop up at a party or something, but like I'm not texting these guys every day. You know what I'm saying? And so when I say leave people behind, it's not necessarily just ghosting them totally, but man, you got to distance yourself, man. You really got to distance yourself because a lot of us have friends like that, bro. And if you do want to have friends that you're close with, bro, you got to be like Luffy, man. Luffy in One Piece, bro, he picked each and every one of his crewmates with care, man. I know Luffy seems like a goofball if you haven't watched One Piece, but man, all of his crewmates, he picked them with care, and they only added to him. They only added to the ship and his mission. They didn't take away from that, man. You got to have that Luffy mentality. Pick people that you deem worthy. You are bro. You're your main character, bro. You are your own main character. Treat yourself as such.
They're my brothers, but like
I understand, but you have to. But there's something that's always kind of confused me. When I tell people that you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with, everyone agrees. They go, "Yeah, that's probably true." The 5 people you spend the most time with, that's what you're gonna end up like. They say, "Yeah, that's true," and then they continue to hang around with people who they don't want to be. Why? There has to be a point. There has to be a point where you sit and go, "Okay, you're my friends, etc., etc. I love you guys. Yeah, we can talk, whatever. But I'm on a different life path." You have to leave some people behind. You wouldn't want to be, if you were to come hang out with me and you were in a room with me and my 5 friends, you'd feel self-conscious.
you're right.
You don't feel self with your friends.
Because you only you only surround yourself around people that are on like your level of like.
I'm with killers. We're fucking monsters. If you were to come hang around with me and my crew, you would be self-conscious, and that self-consciousness would motivate you, or they would certainly instill the discipline required for you to change. You don't feel self-conscious amongst your peers. That's why you don't change. If you were to get in a room and you're the only person who ain't a fucking monster, you'd want to become a monster. That's life. That's humanity. So I say this to people all the time. If you know you're the sum of the 5 people you hang around with, why are you hang around with people you don't want to be?
Nah, it's true, bro. I'm gonna tell you why, right? I was do you know who iShowSpeed is?
No.
He's this other creator that's like obviously like in my space. I was staying with him in September, and like I would literally like be on my shit like every day, like grinding, like at what I'm grinding, right? And like when he left, I had like no one around me to basically like kind of like on my like so it shows.
I get it.
Yeah.
Guys, and here's iShowSpeed is 17, bro. We don't have age as an excuse. Well, I was 15, man, and I was afraid, and I didn't want to do this, and I didn't want to. Who cares, bro? iShowSpeed. You have everything iShowSpeed has, bro. You have everything Aiden Ross has. You have everything I have. Limbs, red blood running through your veins, bro. There's no excuse. There's no excuse, unless you're disabled. But even then, a lot of like, bro. I think there's like this gamer. I never really watched him, but there's this guy named Broly Legs. He became like the top Street Fighter 5 player or Street Fighter 4, whichever one it was, player with just his mouth, bro. He had no arms or he had no something. But there's really no excuse, guys. Come on, let's go.
And that's why I live in a competitive environment. I live with my brother, my cousin. I live with men. We have a big house. We could all afford fucking 10 houses each. We live together on purpose. If my brother does 500 push-ups, I ain't gonna be the bitch of the house. I ain't gonna do them.
Right.
So that's another reason the war room exists. My organization, the reason it's so competitive, is the reason we kick people out. You have to fight to keep.
Even if they pay, you're like, I don't give a fuck. Get out. Like,
I don't give a fuck. Get out. I'll kick them out. It doesn't matter. Everyone pays to join. You get kicked out anyway. You have to fight to keep your place. That's the whole.
Damn.
That's because that's how life was. If we were still in the animal kingdom, the lions that you see on TV, they weren't just born big lions. They had to fight other lions. They had to fight to get that antelope. They had to fight other animals, hyenas, jackals. They had to fight to be the boss. We're living in a comfortable world now where people think, oh, it doesn't matter. But you know what?
It does.
To some degree, it does matter. It does matter. And I'm going to tell you who it matters to. It matters to your soul and it matters to God. I stand in the mirror with a pure heart. I know I am the best version of me that could possibly ever exist. I know that God is proud of me. There's nothing that God hates more than sloth and laziness. If God were to create a man and that man were to sit around and do fuck all, God will frown upon you. It's why you're never lucky. If you're listening to this and you think I'm never lucky, I'll tell you why, because God dislikes you because you're fucking lazy. Start to work. Start to show God the beauty of his own creations. You'd be amazed how lucky you'll become.
Wow.
See, guys, a lot of us, man, we don't even see the beauty in ourselves, bro. And the only way we can see the beauty in ourselves is if we use the skills that God gave us, man. An eagle wouldn't know that it's beautiful unless it actually soared. If an eagle just stayed on the ground all day, it would think the same way that a lot of regular people do. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't think anything of itself. It'd just sit there and, it wouldn't know. Well, it does know that it can fly, but it chooses not to. A lot of us know that we can fly, but we choose not to. We don't use the skills that God gave us to excel in life, man. And even if you don't believe in God, you know that you have skills regardless. Man, you know that you can draw, but instead of trying to turn that into a business, you're sitting down watching TV all day. You're outside playing kickball with your friends instead of doing what needs to be done, man. Use your skills to the fullest, man. An eagle isn't beautiful unless it soars. So soar, motherfuckers. Shit.
God is unhappy with these people. And inside their hearts, they're unhappy. We talk about depression, anxiety, all those things you mentioned earlier on this podcast. That comes from self-loathing. You loathe your own weakness. You loathe your own laziness. This is what all of these things are. I don't feel depression. How can I feel depression when I'm the most powerful version of me that I could ever fucking be? How can I feel depression when I could squeeze my own hand hard enough to break my own bones? How can I feel depression when I've smashed and destroyed 68 people's faces in front of me?
Bro,
men who thought they could test me in fair combat. How can I feel depressed? It's impossible. Do you understand?
Bro, you got like the best fucking mentality, like brain, like ethic I've ever seen in my fucking life. What the fuck? Everything you're saying is just like that you said is literally facts. I agree with like 100% of everything. So why do we? Okay, here's another question. Do you notice that like human beings naturally we don't care about things until it's gone. Like we don't appreciate what we have until it's gone. Do you know that?
Oh shit.
Who am I?
Okay, quick commercial, guys. Skip
People
this.
just see an animal.
Crazy.
Do you know that? You know what I'm trying to say? Like appreciation. Like,
Correct.
why is that? Why do you think that? And do you feel that way? Like, are you very grateful? Are you appreciate what you have? Like, you know how to speak
Mike
on that.
Tyson movie. Oh shit.
Yeah, that's a mental trick. You have to rewire your brain. That's one of the things you have to rewire your brain to do. And the reason your brain...
Man, your brain is the biggest deceiver, guys. It's the biggest deceiver, man. I think I'm gonna do a video about your lower self. I'm gonna definitely do an advice video on that. But so yeah, stay tuned. But man, your brain will really trick you, man. I'm still fighting it, man. I'm still fighting it. Let's go.
Is to be rewired is because anyone who is watching this stream below the age of 30, your brain is already broken. And I'll tell you it's broken. I'll tell you why. Watch your friends when they're on TikTok. How long can they even focus on a video before they have to change? Half a second, a second,
Damn.
maybe. All of your minds are broken. You can't even focus on anything anymore.
You're right.
You are constantly distracted to the point where you can't even appreciate the good things in your life. You're distracted. Your minds are broken. You need to rewire your mind. And
See, guys, and this is what things like reading books, you know, and just going outside and just experiencing nature, man. You don't even have to go be around any other people, but go touch grass, man. Go outside, literally go touch grass, man, and just look upon the beauty of the world. You realize that you're living and that you should have an attention span longer than 15 minutes, in my opinion. You should be able to sit through a documentary without really wanting to change or get bored, man. Learn to focus. Let's learn to focus.
resist the slave programming.
How?
They have programmed. I'll tell you how. First thing you have to do is identify it. You have to identify what is happening to you. I use my mind to break the trap. What I do is I allow my enemy to
Use it to your
manipulate me
advantage. Yep.
on purpose.
So
And
you
then I
can
use
observe
my
it
mind to break the trap and punish the
from
perpetrator.
the inside out. Yep.
I will
get
sit
it.
on TikTok for a day and I'll just enjoy TikTok. And by the end of the day, I'll watch myself. How quickly I'm looking to be entertained, how little time I give a video, how fucked up I am. And then I'll blink and I'll cure my fucking brain. You must allow yourself to be manipulated and you must fix it.
It's a decision. Look, it's cool, guys. It's cool, you know, to waste a day. But then when you have that thought that, damn, I really just did that shit, make the decision not to do it anymore. It is a decision. Watch that playback film. See what you did wrong. Decide not to do it again. I'm still working on this, guys. I'm not, you know, I don't claim to be better than any of you guys. I'm just making it clear about that because I don't want people to think that I know everything when they, you know, when my channel, starts to gain subscribers, because I know I make good content. But yeah, I just want you guys to know. That's all I had to say. I forgot what I was about to say. Let's keep going.
All of it. You just talked about not appreciating the things you have. Then blink and cure your brain. It's a conscious decision. You're letting other people control your mind.
It's
Letting
all
the
distraction.
The Matrix is trying to control your mind. They're very good at it. That's what they do to control all of us. You have to break the trap. If you cannot control your own mind, let me make this point because it's extremely important. If you cannot control your own mind, then you are just a feather in the wind of life, because your own mind is the only thing you can control. You can't control the weather.
Right.
You can't control other people.
Right.
You can't even control whether your heart stops beating. You might have a heart attack tomorrow. You can't control anything besides what you think. If you cannot control your own mind, then you go through life with zero control, zero influence. You can't control anything. You're just...
How you treat yourself is how others will treat you. Same with this. How you treat your mind is how the world will treat you, man. You can't control your mind. You can't control anything that happens around you, as he just said. Let's keep going.
a feather in the wind, waiting for life to blow you from happy place to sad place to happy place to sad place. Completely hoping on the gods to be fortunate to you, because if any genuine discomfort comes your way, you're fucked.
Controlling your mind is how you have joy. This is another thing, man. And yeah, let's keep going.
It is trained. Like everything else in life, it is trained. So if you find yourself not
Has to be
appreciating what
trained.
you have
Practice,
until it's
practice,
gone,
practice, practice,
then you must
practice.
blink and cure your brain. If you find yourself unable to focus or concentrate on tasks, you must blink and cure your brain. If you find yourself unable to go and dedicate yourself to something you don't want to do, you must blink and cure your brain.
I gotta work on that.
Because all of our minds have been under constant assault for years. The way the
Can't even
mind
breathe.
functions, the way people interact has changed so significantly in the last 10 years you wouldn't believe. If you go to a
Really?
party today as opposed to a party 10 years ago, they look completely different. People are acting differently. People are on their phones now than ever used to be. Even now, people will go to places only to get an Instagram picture, even if they don't enjoy the place.
Wow.
It's all about pretending they're having fun as opposed to actually having fun.
Exactly.
The entire paradigm.
Oh, man, like a lot. You guys are comparing yourselves to people on social media, your friends, who are really just faking. They're faking their entire lives. They're faking everything to make it seem like they're having a great time when they're not. Realize that, man. Realize it, man. You're not missing out on shit. But they're gonna be missing out on shit if you get on your shit, bro. If you start working and grinding, and then a year or 2 years later, you got more money than they can ever even dream of. It can be done. It can be. You just gotta focus. Let's go.
Of society and how we interact has now changed. Every single thing in the world is attempting to influence you. We have
Literally.
another paradigm that people need to understand. I ask people have these beliefs. Doesn't matter what their belief is. Doesn't matter, they believe in something. I say, where did you get that belief from? And they don't know. Oh, well, it's just how it's supposed to be. We're just supposed to wear a mask, whatever it is, right? Where did you get that belief? Who told you that? And does...
Bro, my nurturing a naturally logical mind video, I don't think that got a lot of views. I'm gonna work on, better thumbnails and stuff, but this just plays straight into that, man. We need to think for ourselves, have our own original thoughts. Let's go.
that person have your best interests at heart? Think about it. Think about all the things you truly believe. Think where you learned it, and think if that person actually gives a fuck about you. Because the only thing you should be learning from is personal experience, or people who genuinely care about you and love you. Most people are out here believing things and repeating things that were told to them by people who don't even fucking like them, by their enemies. Everyone's mind is fundamentally fucked. All of it. Look at me. I'm a guy who decided to conquer social media. I blinked, I cured my brain, I used basic indefatigability, I used perspicacity, I used compendiousness, I used my mind, and I focused, and I fucking conquered the world in a few short months. It's not difficult, there's just no competition, because
Alright guys, this video is getting pretty lengthy, and I really just covered the part I wanted to cover. You can watch the rest of this video on Aiden Ross's channel. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Love you guys. Peace.